overall development of Bayelsa State. Now, the cardinal program of the Goodluck Ebele Jonathan administration is, of course, one of the cardinal programs is the reform of the petroleum industry. And our ongoing reform is geared at restructuring the petroleum industry and bringing it in line with the expectations of government and the Nigerian people. Our objective being to maximize the economic benefits of our oil and gas resources while meeting the nation's energy need at competitive costs and in an environmentally acceptable manner. Government expects that the present industry reforms will enhance the exploration and production of petroleum at competitive costs, delivering quick growth in Nigerian content through our active encouragement of Nigerian indigenous companies, and above all, that it will usher rapid increases in the supply of domestic gas for power generation and for nationwide industrial development. Now, Bayelsa State has been a direct recipient of this cardinal program of the federal government. As president, in April 2010, Goodluck Ebele Jonathan signed the historic Nigerian Content Act into law, and that act provides guarantees for indigenous participation and integration of oil-producing communities into mainstream industry activity, as well, of course, as providing for the development and utilization of local capacity by promoting education and training, employment, asset domiciliation, indigenous ownership of equipment, and establishment of a special fund for capacity building. And this act has produced over 50,000 jobs in 4 years. And the strategic location, of course, of its management headquarters was placed in Yenagoa, the Bayelsa State capital, and it is continuing to contribute value to the local economy here. Some of the future prospects that directly impact Bayelsa include, but are not limited to, the following: expansion of the Nigerian Content Management Building, which is headquartered in Yenagoa, and construction of a new $200 million purpose-built 17-story permanent headquarter building is taking place. We expect that 1,000 workers as well as 12,000 indirect jobs will be created from that project alone, as well as various subcontracting and supply opportunities. We have very shortly in the pipeline a major upcoming industrial park for Bayelsa. It will be a new $100 million industrial park with oil and gas manufacturing components, and it will be situated in Otueke. Infrastructural construction will begin in the fourth quarter of this year, and we expect that that job will create 5,000 jobs for Bayelsans. We have, in addition, a major upcoming oil refinery, a 100,000 barrels per day refinery and petrochemical plant at Oporoma by the Epic Refinery and Petrochemical Industries Limited Company in conjunction. And they're doing this in conjunction with the Sino-Asia Energy Group Company Limited. We expect that that project will create 100,000 jobs for Bayelsa State. We have, as the governor earlier mentioned, the major upcoming LNG project, the Brass LNG project on Brass Island, which we hope will reach FID by the beginning of next year. Now, once that happens, we expect that it will go on and produce for us at its peak, when it is established over the next 4 years or so, 10 million tons per annum of LNG. We expect that that will also create 5,000 jobs for Bayelsa during the construction phase, and an additional 5,000 plus permanent jobs upon completion. We also have a major manufacturing facility, a new pipe mill by Jiangsu Yulong Steel Pipe Company in Polaku, being planned on the outskirts of Yenagoa. Again, we expect that we will create about 5,000 jobs from that project. And in terms of upcoming infrastructure, a new $3 billion deep sea port at Age Ekeremo, which will comprise a 500 megawatt power plant, a fabrication yard, a chemical plant, a tank farm, and a dry docking yard. Over 100,000 jobs should be involved during construction and 1,200 permanent jobs post-completion. Of course, you are all aware of the new Federal Polytechnic at Ekowe, which will train middle and high-level manpower in aqua agriculture, in oil and gas, in applied and environmental science programs, and also in artisanal training facilities at Yenaka. Again, we expect that through Ekowe and in tandem with the PTDF under the Ministry of Petroleum, we will create tens of thousands of career opportunities for the younger generation in Bayelsa State over the next 4 years or so. So I am very excited about the future and economic potentials of these projects, which go in tandem with what Bayelsa State is doing in this Investment and Economic Forum that we are all here to witness the launching of today. And as a daughter of Bayelsa and as a minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, I understand the shared responsibilities that we must undertake as a community to ensure that these projections and more actually become a reality. It is therefore our expectation that Bayelsa will and should expand its oil and gas value chain through resource diversification. It is our expectation that Bayelsa State, which has one of the largest deposits of oil and gas in Nigeria, will offer significant opportunities for the actualization of resource diversification, as we have said, with in-situ availability of feedstock for virtually the entire key hydrocarbon-related processing industries. Bayelsa can be a location for gas-to-power plants, gas-to-fertilizer plants, petrochemical plants, manufacturing, and gas conversion industries, as well as many, many more, if we all work together. And finally, it is our expectation that this investment forum should therefore assist in making the necessary connections that can birth a new dawn of opportunity and a new dawn of progress in Bayelsa State. I wish us all very successful deliberations. I thank you for listening, and God bless you all.
Thank you, Mrs. Desani Alison-madueke, who is a daughter of Bayelsa and our Minister of Petroleum Resources. Very interesting to hear all the developments that are happening in the great state of Bayelsa. Well, that rounds up the first half of our day. We've heard from a lot of interesting people, a lot of interesting developments, a lot for you to take in. You've definitely earned your lunch, and you've earned you've worked so hard that you don't have to even get out of your seats for your lunch. The red bags that you see next to you contain some light refreshments and some water. So please take 10 minutes or 15 minutes to refresh yourself, speak amongst yourselves, and then when we come back, we'll be tackling possibly some of the most important issues around the development of that model, that great business model for Bayelsa. Ladies and gentlemen, give yourselves a round of applause, and everybody that has taken the microphone.